NBA 2K27 has been completely decoded, deconstructed. Hence that they are giving out every day has now been deconstructed. NBA 2K27 is gonna be worldwide. We gonna be traveling worldwide. We have a playtester saying that there's gonna be no interior defense in the game and that finishing is going to be peak. Okay, we're gonna overview that and a lot more things. Y'all be sure to stay tuned in. Make sure y'all hit that button if you want more NBA 2K27 no throat hugging updates, man. So, you know, I quoted this trolling and all this and that, even though it does look like a Rivet City, abandoned factory park, all this and that. And this guy actually shows this. I don't know if this is, I don't know if he works for 2K, Mighty King. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he incognito trying to get the community hype, but he showed it's in Paris, 19th district. Maybe that's what 2K means going worldwide this year. So when you look at both the images, it looked the same. Look, you see? You literally see it. Okay? He probably works with 2K. I don't know. And guess what? Cages are back. Leak, 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 leak. Apparently, this court is called The Cage. So, Cage's return. I don't know why there's a fan base for that. I don't get it, man. Y'all weird, man. I don't get it. Y'all let me know if this excites you, what y'all think this worldwide thing is gonna be. A GTA coming out, so some people think that it's gonna be their best foot forward, that they really gonna try to push the envelope. I have no hope. I think there's gonna be 2K25.2. I don't know. I have no hope. Yeah, the playground is known as The Cage in Paris. Click, 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 click. And he even posted a video. Now he spammed this under hella creator stuff, so it's like part of the 2K Illuminati, my boy. Look, I even got the video pulled up. It's a small court. AI has just fooled me too many times. The old photo, because the playground has been rehabilitated. Real playground in France. This looked different here. I don't know. He said he played in it before.
I remember vividly, maybe about 2 years ago, when I was helping making whatever, 2K25, maybe 24. It was one of those 2Ks to where they made a transition and they really did a massive buff to interior defense and hands-up defense. And I remember going back and forth with another creator, passionately saying, listen, man, hands-up defense is not the best defense when it comes to contesting a shot. And this creator was more so, a comp. And again, I mean, like...
Wait, hold on. Let's preference this. Said he was helping make 24 and 25. This playtester, okay? Saying he was going back and forth with a comp creator. You know, Nephew Mortal would be a negative 1% casual if he did not blend in people that are beyond his kind, okay? So let's hear what he got to say. I've gotten a lot of messages saying, please look at this. Swan, check this out. He tripping, saying he don't want defense in the game. I be trying to tell you.
I know a lot of y'all gonna say I'm comp, but I'm talking about like stage type player. The argument that he was making was like, yo, if like great defense is just putting my hands up, right? Your hands up and then walling
cut off the lane. Those players get open lanes, open shots.
Interior guy, the center gets the rebound and you just do hands up defense and the center goes up. It should be a smothered shot. And I was like, no. Heck.
Guys, y'all hear this? This is the idea. This is why there's no defense in the game. Too many people like him control this hoe, and it's the negative 1% Sim Nation casual. They believe they want their 99 ratings to go over people, okay? They want their ratings to go over people. In a game that's hella delayed, in a game that's unresponsive, be like, oh, I want the ball. I want your hand right next to the ball. Like, bro, shut up, man. I cut you off completely. You should miss that way more times than not. Straight like that. But all games are catering to negative 1% casuals. They believe making the game as casual as possible is casual friendly when it's actually not. Without structure, there is chaos. It's bad for casuals because it's going to happen back to them. And then when they do get better, they're going to feel that they have no control just because there's just so much chaos going around. When you get better at the game, you start to, fall for it because you're like, oh, I'm gapping myself from other players.
Thought process. And again, this is how it's really been. That's why interior defense is the way that it is.
Always been trash. Listen.
Hands up defense. If anybody was to play any type of basketball, and again, this is where you get the, video game versus real life. I know a lot of y'all get instances where y'all feel like smaller guards are getting good contests and your windows are small on trying to put a putback shot on your center. And a lot of it comes from that, right? Where hands up defense is being way much more effective than what it should be. Especially when you have a height difference, it shouldn't be that much of a contest if you have a height difference. And
to some degree, no one's really complaining about that. For some reason, when people always say there's no defense in the game, there's no interior defense in the game, people are thinking it's small guards saying they can't get stops on bigger guards. It's never that. If you ever hear a guard saying that, they're talking about their team being constantly scored on, and though their teammates are centers with maxed out defense, and their teammates are lockdowns with maxed out defense, they're saying those players are getting scored on. Use your head, guys. You're not seeing clips or anything of people saying, I can't stop this 6'11" guy with my 6'2". No one's doing that. And the fact that you think that shows how lost you are, and that your opinion and thought process about anything in life, let's take it beyond 2K, okay? You're just a drone. Use your head. Come on, man.
we all know that you got, I can't even think of the badge for the smaller guards, where there's a height difference, you will get a boost. Well, the same thing should be, and it used to be a badge. Remember, there used to be a badge that boosted your shot for every, I guess like if you were 3 inches taller, then you have a massive boost under the basket. I'm a huge advocate of bringing that back or something, because what happens?
Click, 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 click. I mean, bro, what are we doing? I mean, interior defense is trash, so why are we even bringing that in the game? People gonna make super tall builds to do all this layup stuff. I mean, what is the need of that? I mean, it can help bigs, I guess, but real finishing, everyone's gonna be near your height, so I don't know.
Center, okay, and let's just do center versus center. I think this is a good example too. Center versus center. If both centers are 7 foot, okay, and the defensive center just puts his hands up, how great of a defender are you really? Like, what's the difference between, you know, Rudy Gobert, and because he's considered a great defender, and another center that is the same height and wingspan? They both stand there and put their hands up. Does defense even matter at that time if you're just literally a totem pole standing there with your hands?
Yes. The people, yo, nephew Mortal, you should not speak for 2K games. They should not have you come out there and help the game anymore. What you're saying is so dangerous, and it's actually weird as hell. Any devs that agree with this, I'm sure every dev agrees like this. All Sim Nation, this is why I hate them niggas. Y'all think it's just some, I'm telling you, they've cooked games. They cook all multiplayer video games. They are fried, guys. I'm telling you, bro. If you think like this, you're wrong. Listen, if you cannot create space, if you cannot juke your defender, you deserve to make the ball way less. You sitting here, you running at someone that cut you off, predicted you, read your mind, stopped you at the appropriate angle. He got his hands up. He should get the stop. He got the appropriate ratings and all this and that. He just should not have to jump. That is corny. We need defense in the game. This is how you create a difference dramatically. You cannot shake your defender. You should not be forced to jump at people. This is not real. And it's not skill. How good are you as an offensive player if you're just running at people and pressing a button? You're not even thinking. No coordination, no high IQ takes, no ability to trick defenders. You don't deserve to score. Jumping at people creates fouls. It's just dumb, guys. It really is. Now, if he's in take, then it's another conversation. This is what that group of people, they don't understand. When y'all want all them contested shots to drop like they do, even though it's at a low percent, by the way, let it happen in takeover, guys. Let it happen in heat check. Let it happen in the two-way tenacity. Guys, this game is so casual. There's 3 instant park cards. You have takeover that you could keep going up and down in. You have heat check and two-way tenacity now, guys. Holy, I don't think y'all understand what this stuff is. Two-way tenacity gives you like plus 25 attributes on certain ratings, something like that, something crazy like that. Oh, okay, when you get those, let your contested stuff go crazy, or if the badge difference crazy, and the rating difference and the angle difference, but just normal play to play, no, we need the gap to happen. I'm there, stop, learn to shoot that ball, hit that midi, hit that 3. Tactical, real hoops, man. What y'all talking about?
Hands up. Rudy Gobert standing with his hands up, right? Considered the best defensive center in the league right now. Yeah. Because I don't want to say Wemby because he's an outlier. Wemby's the best defensive player, period, in a core center. But I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to say that's realistic. I think Rudy Gobert's 7'1". Rudy Gobert is 7'1", 2, whatever he is, hands up, and then a trash center, you know, in the league that's the same height and wingspan. If they're both standing there with their hands up, should there be any difference no matter what their interior defense is? Should there be any difference? Because there isn't nothing. They're not doing anything. They're just standing there. Hell, we've all played.
They're not doing anything. Look, Demi, I heard you say you play with Curry or whatever in college. Look, listen, to tell you something. Y'all are propagandized, okay? Listen, you know intimidation is real. Hand down, man down is a myth. If someone's standing near you when you shoot the ball, there is intimidation. You would make it way more than not if he was not near you. It's intimidation. It's the intimidation of, is he gonna jump? Of, is the guy trailing me gonna jump? Vicinity. Intimidator is real. That's why it was even invented. So you have intimidator, you have the body pressure, and you're blocking some of the vision also. So there's several things. It's not just, oh, he's just standing there not moving. It just doesn't affect them. No, what is wrong with y'all? This is why the game get exploited so high, because there's no defense in the game. It's not because they're spinning around, focusing on 0.1% of the game. No, that's not why. It's because there's no defense in the game. You guys cry about how people move and do this and that when you need to be crying about the D, because then you will lock them up and they can't do it.
We've all had trainers literally with broomsticks just standing there making different heights and you're shooting over them, right? That is not, that's just not really a great defensive play.
It affects
My argument has been and always has been that if you...
A human is more effective. I mean, that's practice, and you still are being intimidated. Intimidation is real, okay? This is not even a debate point. I'm tired of y'all. Stop letting people say this type of stuff. Intimidation is real, okay? We gotta stop. That's why there's levels of the intimidation. You see Rudy Gobert standing with his hands up, 7-1 defensive awards, or Wemby, you're intimidated. You're not just, it's not like that. That's not life. That's not none of that. It's not good for the game. It's not valid in real life, nothing.
Want to get a good shot, the individual has to jump. Because if they're not jumping, and you're standing there with your hands up and I'm a center and I go with a hook shot, or I jump up and shoot, there shouldn't be a massive contest. I'm a huge advocate about that. I think
this is crazy. Hey, guys, why he even talking about this in a game with no interior D? 27 might be fried. They might go stupid casual. Because you got to think about it. They've been trying to bring back layups and dunking. Maybe their way of bringing that back is putting no defense in the game. Oh, man. Y'all excited? Y'all want that? I do think finishes should be very effective, but this is not the way. There's been 2Ks where finishing has been effective and there's interior defense.
I think that is ridiculous. And maybe it's a lot of it because I played high level basketball and I just know that even as
it has nothing to do with high level basketball. It's just that you're part of the Sim Nation negative win percent casual mindset. You want it easy. That's what it is. You want it easy. You want to run through people and hold square. That's in your nature. You want it easy. You want that easy cheese that could be viewed as realism and all this and that. A lot of sim heads are actually cheesers, guys. That's why they want these type of things. They like easy cheese. They don't like the complex cheese that they can't do. They like the easy cheese. They're cheesers too, guys. Wake up.
Shooter, as a defender, if you're standing in front of me and I know you're not jumping, I'm going to shoot my shot confidently. And NBA players do that all the time.
You hear this, right? You standing right in front of him. If you're not gonna jump, I'm gonna shoot my shot confidently. That's the type of game he wants. People with this mindset are bad for the game. You do that in real life, you're still intimidated. You're still intimidated and you miss. And trying to correlate that to a game where you could shoot 80+% from 3 is nuts. Especially in a game where you can't put your hand up on time. You can't react on time. You're constantly delayed. There's different lag delays in each damn mode. Different lag delays in each damn game. To try to time a jump when there's so many different moves, it's just corny. It's weird and it's hella annoying. You in his grill, it should affect the shot to some degree. If you don't make it like that, guys, you will keep getting cooked by these people y'all call cheesers. Because when you try to close the gaps on them, the game's not gonna let you put your hands up and give you the appropriate contest. It's not even gonna read it right. Because it's too quick what's going on. So you're making it to where you can't even contest these people, these 3 hunters that you hate so much, without a contest system. It doesn't make sense, guys. How are you, someone who's not even a 3 hunter, against them buffing contest? You're hurting yourself when you verse them. A 3 hunter could have this argument. It makes sense for them, but a lot of casuals, they're not understanding that they're asking for things that works against them. This is why you don't go off a casual's opinion, because he doesn't understand the game to certain degrees. He's a bot.
The time. Why do you think, if you look in the NBA Finals, as tall as Wemby was, why do you think he was jumping every time when he was contesting in the basket? He was jumping because he knows that's a better contest. So I know there's a give and take when it comes to video game versus real life, but I do feel like, and I said this with my slashing, there's a reason why there's cold spots in paint than any other thing in the game. The 3-point shot range is completely red, purple with legend badges. It's easier to shoot threes, contested threes, than it is to shoot uncontested shots under the basket because
Guys, wait. Did you just hear what he said? Nah. Nephew.
Thing in the game. The 3-point shot range is completely red, purple with legend badges.
Listen.
It's easier to shoot threes, contested threes, than it is to
It's easier to shoot threes, contested threes,
shoot uncontested shots under the basket
than it is to shoot uncontested shots under the basket. What? Do y'all think that's true? Do y'all think it's easier to shoot contested threes than uncontested shots under the basket? What? Nah. We gotta get you up out community day. You don't deserve your spot at the next makers. What are we talking about, bro? Does that not sound nutty? Let's listen again. Let me see if I'm tripping.
any other thing in the game. The 3-point shot range is completely red, purple with legend badges. It's easier to shoot threes, contested threes, than it is to shoot uncontested shots under the basket because I guess there's a lot of PTSD from older 2Ks where there was no interior defense. But I think we've made it far enough now to where the
older 2Ks had way more interior defense than the newer ones, so I don't know what he's referring to.
has to be something other than guards that shoot threes in the game. There has to be, bringing, and again, not just saying post scores. I'm just saying just shots under the basket, layups. Jeez, people would stand there do hands up defense, and I would have like my John Morant build going straight up for a layup, and I'm getting a contest. I'm like, dude didn't even jump his hands.
When you make shooting so easy, that's what's going to happen. This is what people don't understand. Casuals are gonna cry. They say they want a harder shooting 2K. The devs know too. They say they want a harder shooting 2K, but if they really got on this bit, and I want a way harder shooting 2K. I've come from the era, I already know. But they've gotten used to these easy shooting 2Ks. But there's really a reality where they can't shoot. They can't shoot on these newer 2Ks. They couldn't shoot on 2K22, none of them. If they really got on this, and the negative win percent casual, the guy I'm roasting, he will literally shoot 20% from three or 30%. A lot of them, especially after being able to shoot higher these past few years, especially, they are gonna lose their mind. They're like, they're gonna be like, I can't even have fun. I'm wide open. I miss every shot. They won't go look up a jump shot tutorial, learn how to shoot. They just want to do everything themselves and think that they should see success. They're bots. I literally give y'all the best jumpers and how to shoot for anyone, and they still won't do it. Trash jump shot, you deserve to miss, but they're in fear that they're not gonna make it hard. So if you keep making it easy shooting 2K, that's what people gonna go for. But I think this is a recipe. I mean, I don't know what 2K is really gonna do. It's seeming like they really want to find a way to make dunking and layups viable, and it's just looking like they just gonna take the defense out the game. I mean, no more this year they're gonna maybe increase the defensive perimeter and contest maybe, and then just make interior just fried. I don't know.
They're not even nowhere near me. It's a lot of give and take. There's a lot of metrics in the background. I know that, but 27, I would love to see that hands up defense are less effective. Interior defense, your interior defense rating needs to be when you're jumping. You see what I'm saying?
This is actually crazy because every year 2K, I'm always saying buff defense. And from Nephew's few videos that he's dropped, I don't see him really saying buff. His whole thought process is to nerf. Oh man. And I think a lot of people get confused by thinking defense is OP when dunking is still trash, defense is still trash, and layups are still trash. They can all be trash. When people say layups and dunking is trash, that doesn't mean defense is good. That can all be happening at once,
i.e. interior defense. And again, this is another argument that I've always had. I felt like interior defense and block should be put in together because it doesn't make any sense to have interior defense and to have blocks as two separate attributes. But in reality, the interior defense is just what? What is interior defense?
They're gonna combine interior defense and block? Them combining that, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I mean,
feel like the interior defense was the sit there with your hands up, don't jump, and just get massive contests all the time in the basket, right? Maybe interior defense should be, I don't know, instead of the block, then maybe intimidation should be, or something of that. I don't want to get too deep with it. Being if that Wimby can chat the thought of him jumping to get the block.
Nephew Mortal, you just proved my whole point. That intimidation is real. He just proved my whole point. So everything he said previously about shooting with someone not contesting or jumping or whatever, he just proved my whole point right there. And a lot of people would say that, but then have different opinions when it comes to driving the basket. Crazy.
Block is what causes the missed shots around the basket, or him pretending he's going to jump and he does it, but the thought of the block is what causes the higher interior defense. Hopefully I'm making sense. I know it sounds crazy.
He's proving my point. He's proving my point. He's proving my point. I've told him. He played with Curry. Nephew Mortal played with Curry. He should know, right?
A huge advocate of people just standing there with their hands up. A 6'6" guard that has high interior defense stands there with their hands up, and a 7'4" center is literally missing shots around the basket because he's 6'6" with 90 interior defense. It doesn't make any sense. So that is my whole.
If you're 6'6" with 90 interior defense, you should make him. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? He gonna have a decent block rating, all type of badges, all type of stuff. What are we talking about?
Spill. Hopefully in 27 that is something that is looked at or thought about. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think.
Okay, we got my boy Cleaner talking about the dribble styles. A lot of dribble guys trying to get dribble styles out the game. I fuck with the movement. They're generally only used to find the best explosive burst to run off moves. We need 2K14-esque animations when it comes to running out of our moves. I guess RTG has a bunch of microtransactions. College Football 27 following the 2K model. Just don't buy the microtransactions. Single player mode, saying he'll never criticize 2K because at least we can use our players online. Tripping. Hey, y'all be sure to join my Discord for them NBA 2K27 leaks, man.
But hey, here we go again. Yeah. Here we go again. People talking this, but when this hit the fan, everything I'm at made me. Now break it down. Yo, off the top of the dome.